Do I look fat?
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Do I Look Fat podcast. This week I have a Brooklyn native, a multi-dimensional artist, and holistic entrepreneur, Latasha. Hey boo, how are you?
What's up? What's up? How you doing, Steffi?
I'm well. How is it in beautiful LA?
It's beautiful. As always. It's really nice. It's like really good weather today too. And I heard New York is like snowing like crazy. So I'm sending my love out to y'all with all the drama that's going on with the snow.
We need it. We definitely need it. So, I start off each of my episodes with my guests telling us a little bit about themselves. Let us know who Latasha is.
Latasha is around the way girl, little bruja from Brooklyn, New York. I started rapping about, I want to say 10 years ago by accident. I was a poet. And then the poetry all of a sudden turned into ciphers. And then before I knew it, I was like opening for like crazy people like Big Sean, Kanye West, and all of that. The first 5 years of my life was like, as an artist, was like I was thrown in the fire. I had no idea what it was to be an artist. I kind of lost my mind. At some point, I lost my mind and took a little break from music because I just needed to get back to myself. And
Right.
we're gonna talk about that. But I needed to get back to like who I am and what I was about and my truth. And so I started back up about 4 or 5 years ago. And I decided I wanted to be a fully independent artist and figure this out by myself. And I've been doing it full time. And
Yes.
I've just been living my vision. And I'm big on just living my vision, living my dream, and helping other people and artists and everybody just advocate to do whatever the hell they want in their lives. So that's my life.
Yes, and we love to see it. And you've been doing an amazing job. I told
Thank
you I was just
you.
listening to all of your music now. So you definitely got back into it and
Yeah.
and loved what you did because your projects were amazing.
Thank you so
Um
much.
you're most welcome. So we're going to get into our icebreaker and it's a would you rather kind of
Okay,
situation. So I'm
dope.
going to give you two scenarios. You're going to tell me which one you would rather and why, okay?
I'm so scared.
They're not that bad. They're not that bad, I promise.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so the first one is would you rather have a golden voice or a silver tongue?
Whoo! Explain the silver tongue for me a little bit. Explain
Okay,
the silver tongue.
I got you. So, golden voice, beautiful voice
Mm-hmm.
transcends everything, right?
Yes.
Silver tongue is your wordplay. You never
Mm.
have a bad jab or anything like that. Like, all of your punchlines are fire,
Dang.
all of that.
Dang. I feel like I already got the silver tongue. No, I'm just kidding. But
Yes.
I don't know. Can I get a little half and half? But I would like a little half and half. I think
Mhm.
both are important. I feel like especially in this day and era, like you kind of need to have like a voice that people want to hear. And so
Mhm.
I'm here for the golden voice, something that sounds like soothing. But I'm also here for like you gotta have something to say. So it's
Mhm.
really important. So I would say I'm here for the like 45% silver tongue and then the 55 golden voice. Yeah, I'm here for
Yeah,
that.
just so it's appealing in the ears, you need that little bit of a percentage of the golden
Yeah,
tongue, right? I get that. I get it. Very
yeah, because
smart.
the
I
game is
understand.
hard.
Got to stick
I'm
out
all
for
about
sure.
getting, yeah, I'm all about getting all of it. So I'm here for that. I love that question.
Such a good one. Okay, so the second question is would you rather be able to talk to land animals, animals that fly, or animals that live under the water?
Oh, this is really good. Dang. I want land animals because I want to talk to our puppy. Like, I really want to
Oh,
talk to our puppy. And we're always talking about how we're waiting for the day when our dog Domino could talk.
yeah.
So, yeah, I would need the land animals. So I could be
Oh,
like,
but that's real personal to you. See, now I feel bad about my answer. Because I have a cat and I was not even thinking about talking to her at all.
That's okay, because sometimes you don't want to talk to your
Girl,
animal
I'm with
too.
you all the time. I feel like we communicate enough. Like I
Y'all
don't really need to
telepathic
have a
and
conversation.
shit.
Yeah, something like that. At this point, that's what I feel like. I read the question and I automatically wanted to pick animals that fly because
Mm.
actually today I saw a hawk outside my window.
What? In New
Yes,
York?
in the
What?
Bronx, a
What is
huge
going
ass hawk.
on?
I
Oh my
don't know.
God. First of all, the Bronx always got some animal shit going on, dead
I'm right
ass.
by Van Cortlandt Park, so like I got all the animals over here. To be honest,
This
I live in the
always
suburbs of the Bronx. Like,
okay, cool, cool, cool. I know that area. That's
yeah,
real. But yo, that's crazy. So you would want to talk to the hawk and be like, yo, what's good? Like, what are y'all
like
up to
what do
over
you
here?
see? You must see everything.
No,
Like
straight
you're
up.
just up there.
They're literally seeing everything. They're actually so scary to me. Like I see them a lot in my neighborhood too.
Hmm.
And they eat everything. So like, and they picked up kids before, I've
Oh my
heard. So
goodness,
like babies. So you got to be careful with those because I'll be like, nah, I'm not here for them. So yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to
they
talk to a
are
hawk,
scary.
but I'm here for my dog. I want to talk to my puppy. I definitely want to talk to
Aw,
him. Yeah, 'cause I feel like
that's cute.
sometimes he's lonely and he wants to talk to us, but
Yeah,
you
that
know,
makes sense. I'm a
yeah,
mean cat owner
parrot.
apparently. Like I'm just like,
Nah, nah, nah.
but you,
Cats are a different animal though. Like cats, I feel like with cats, they know and you could talk to them. I feel like they're more receptive for whatever reason. They
yeah,
just
for
start
sure.
taking in the information like in a different way. And they're also rude. So like I wouldn't want to
She's
talk to
such
cats.
Yo, she's such a little bitch. I love her, but she's a little bitch.
They're so rude. Trust me.
Our relationship, and it's funny because like my friend makes fun of me all the time, but our relationship is completely transactional. Like she's here so I don't get like mice, like to be 100% honest. So room and board,
So
I
she's
feed
living.
you. But then we'd be cuddling sometimes, but
Okay. Okay. That's
she's still
what
not like my best friend, you know?
it. I respect it. You gotta respect it. That's hilarious. That is,
All
and
right.
forgive me if I'm looking down. I'm just doing my press ons because I
Oh, girl.
nails before some. I'm a real person, so
No, it's okay. I
I
get
got a
it.
little rap thing to do after this. So I'm trying to put on some nails before. So
Mhm. You
yeah,
gotta multitask.
you know what I'm saying? Like people be like, yeah, but not for
I get it. I get it.
real.
Okay. Let's see. Would you rather give up all drinks except for water or give up anything that was cooked in an oven?
Damn. I give up all drinks except for water because I
Mm.
mean, I love water. I can't live without water.
Right.
Like I'll die. So I got I gotta pick the water. And then, if I don't have a few little cupcakes here and there, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I'll
That's
be
true.
sad. I'll be
So you have
sad.
enough options without the oven.
Right. But like, yo, cupcakes is like my heart. So like this is kind of tough because I kind of need cupcakes. But yeah, okay. I gotta be real about myself. It's 2020, like water. I need water. That's what we need.
Well, no, if you pick the oven, then you can
Uh-huh.
still have water.
Oh, I could.
You can still have water. Yeah.
But what was it again
So
that I
you
can't eat?
right. So the first one is you can't drink anything else but water.
Okay.
And then the second scenario is you can't have anything made in an oven. So it's
But
one of the two things.
I can't have anything made in an oven.
Mm-mm.
Nah, I gotta have stuff made in the oven. The chicken's made in the oven. The cupcakes made in the oven. Cornbread. Nah, that's wild. I gotta be able to cook with the oven stuff and have
Yeah.
water. All right, that's what we on. That's what we on.
So I imagine who would pick the water would be people who don't like water, which is so weird to me.
Right,
Like,
right. I
don't tell me you
can't
don't like the taste of water. It tastes like
it tastes
water.
like
Like
it
it's
tastes like nothing. Like just
yeah.
stop. It tastes like what you need in your life.
The way you feel after you drink water should be why you would want to drink water. Like
Don't
it
don't get me started. I get so mad when people tell me they don't like water. Usually those people and I don't end up being friends. Like I don't
just
I just like
you're just
you're you're
acidic everywhere. Like,
yeah, like
let me stay away from you.
you're some kind of reptile because how the hell can't you have water? So nah, nah, nah. I'm here for the oven and having my cupcakes and cornbread because those are obviously my favorite things. And then yeah, water. I
Okay.
need my water.
I agree with you. I agree with you for sure. Okay, so this is
These
going to
questions.
be they're crazy. This is going to be the last one.
Okay.
Would you rather super sensitive taste or super sensitive hearing?
Woo! We were just talking about the superpowers coming for Black people on the
Yes.
21st, so let's go. Super sensitive taste or super sensitive hearing. Dang, I don't be wanting to hear everybody. You know what I mean? Like,
That's a fact.
I don't want to hear everybody because then I'm gonna hear some shit I don't want to hear. But then, like, if I taste something wild, I'm gonna be tight. Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a fact.
damn.
That is a fact.
I'll take the super sensitive hearing just because I'm an artist and like with music, it might help me with my music and things of
Mhm.
that nature. But dang, that's hard, yo. Cause, Cause I also
You would
love
just
food. So it'll be
mm,
like a whole thing. Like I might become the connoisseur of food because of my super sensitive taste.
you could become a whole
Mm.
chef at this point, putting flavor
Yo,
combinations
game is
together and
done. It'd be a whole thing. Like rap and chef it up. I'm here for it. I don't know. But no, we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with the hearing. We're gonna go with the hearing. I'm here for that.
And after a while, I guess you'll learn how to tune some things out that you don't want to hear, right? Like maybe you
Yeah.
can have some sort of like selective situation going on.
Yeah. We were literally talking about this yesterday. Like we were
Mhm.
like, would you want to be able to hear people's like thoughts and stuff? And I was like, I don't know because people be thinking wild shit. You know what I mean?
That is
So
a fact.
I don't want to hear like some cat, like I'm just walking and this cat is talking about like he murdered somebody. Like I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
That is
So
a lot. That is
yeah,
definitely a lot. Oh
so
boy, I agree with you on that because it can get hard. It can definitely get hard.
it gotta have selective. We gotta have selective hearing included.
Mhm.
Yeah, that gotta be
You
a
just
part
have
of the
headphones
package.
on all day, playing music or something where you're just tuning everything else out because
That's what I am already. So like that's totally
I
cool.
don't blame you. I don't blame you. All right. So we're going to get into our first segment, which is Eat Your Heart Out. And it's where we talk about diet trends, and all
Let's
this.
go.
So diets aren't only what you eat, it's what you
Right.
intake, right? So today I
Mm.
want to talk about, in honor of us getting superpowers on the
Yes.
21st,
Let's talk
I want
about
to
it.
talk about maybe one of them is manifestation. And
Yes.
the mental diet can help you get ready to manifest.
Let's
Okay.
talk about it.
Yes. So the mental diet is the conscious awareness of the thoughts you are having to have the proper mindset to heighten your law of attraction. So you're bringing a
Mm.
conscious awareness to your internal dialogue. How are you speaking to yourself? Like, are you being mean? Are you speaking positively? Are you
Oh.
double thinking everything that you're doing?
Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into it because I played these games already. I've done the whole extra posy game, like I've done the whole like look at every single thought I'm doing and like try to like play myself and like push away all my negative thought. But that shit don't work.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna tell you
Right.
guys like why like it doesn't work because you're just suppressing like all of your feelings and your truths. Like we're human and we're whole
Mhm.
beings, you know what I mean? So we're gonna have negative, we're gonna have positive. So I would say like I'm giving myself extra love. I'm
Right.
giving myself some extra comfort. When popping shit happens, I'm proud and I'm like full of
Mhm.
gratitude. When hard shit happens, I let myself be pissed about it 100% of the way and then get it over with. You know what I mean? Like
Yes,
that's
for
how I would
sure.
do it. Like I'm big on like be upset 0 to 100. Like go there. Let yourself
Mhm.
be fully upset and then, move on, because that's what emotions are. Emotions are just motions moving,
Right.
they're just motions. So like keep it moving. Um so yeah, to prep for this, I'm just giving myself extra love, extra
Mhm.
amor, and just taking care of the body for sure. I'm trying to eat as well as I could, but
Mhm.
also give balance,
Yes.
something I talk to my therapist about often is like health in every size and eating what you want and not feeling guilty about those things. And so I'm like learning how to like balance out the good and the quote bad
Right.
food, right?
Mhm.
So, because all of that stuff goes into who you are and what you're making up. So
Yes, for
that's what
sure.
that's what I'm doing. This is actually what I do on a regular basis. So this was an easy
And
question.
that's probably where you are, girl. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, the law of attraction is real. So
Yeah,
what you bring forth is what you're gonna get at the end of the
exactly.
day. So, and it's
Exactly.
good that you said to let everyone feel their emotions,
Yeah,
because
totally.
in order to move past it, you have to have felt it. How are you gonna move past something
Absolutely.
you didn't know what it was? Like,
Exactly.
you're going to keep on going into that mindset. You're going to keep on going into that hurt because you never felt it. You don't know what it was like.
Over
It's
and
going to be a
over and
cycle.
over, over and over. And in my workshops, I talk about that often. I feel like feeling is the most important attribute to manifesting. So,
Mhm.
like, if you have to feel the thing that you want to create in your life. So, I always am telling people, feel what you want to create. So, like, if you want to feel like you want to be a millionaire or whatever, feel like you are a millionaire constantly, right? And if you don't feel
Mhm.
like a millionaire that day, feel that shit too. Feel
Right.
like what it is to not feel like always good or happy or whatever. Just feel all of it. That's the
Mhm.
most important thing.
And I love how you said you weren't into like the uber positive, like everything is positive all the time, sunshines and berries, because that's not life. We're not robots. Like, we literally go through things every single day. But it's
Exactly.
also what people need to understand is that remaining positive doesn't mean that you think everything is peachy keen all the time. It means that when
Exactly.
shit goes wrong, you're still like, okay, this is happening now, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get past it.
Exactly.
What can I learn from it? What accountability do
Exactly.
I have to take? And
Yep.
all of that. That's what being positive is.
Yeah, it's going through it. It's not pushing it to the side. It's going through the motion. And I'm constantly reminding myself of that, especially in this game. Like, being an artist, you're like dealing with all kind of energies and beings. And so you have to just let yourself go through it and not push things to the side. Because that thing will come right back to you.
So before we get into exactly like how we manifest and what we're doing with that and how we think it's helped us, let's talk about the 21st for a little bit, right?
Let's do it.
Because everyone is going off of like this meme that everyone's gonna get superpowers
I
and all
love
of
it.
that. I mean,
I
it's
love
great. It's amazing.
it.
And in 2020, honestly, like, we don't know what the fuck happened on the
I
21st. Like,
mean,
I'm
I'm
not
not
even
even mad about it. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. This is what I've been waiting
it's
for
gonna be
anyway.
something, okay? It's gonna be something. But all of these like memes and things, they come from places, right?
Right.
So the backstory on 21st being this big day for like awakening and all of
Yeah.
that is
It's the
because
great conjunction. Yeah.
yes, with
Yeah.
Jupiter and Saturn. Yes.
Absolutely. I don't know if you know, but I'm also like semi astrology buff. So this
So
is
let
like
us know. Let us know exactly. Put us onto game what it is.
So the Great Conjunction is pretty much just this time, like it happens every decade or so, where Saturn and Jupiter link up. And I don't know if you guys know what. Well, they don't link up, but in the chart, it looks like
Mhm.
they're friends. So they're linking up. And I don't know if you guys know about like what each planet symbolizes, but Saturn is your planet of form, reform. It's making
Mhm.
sure that it's all the rulers, it's discipline, it's all that, right?
Right.
And then Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So like
Mhm.
Jupiter is all about making things bigger, making things better, things of that nature. So pretty much this one, because it's 2020 and also because we're in Aquarius, I'm about to go deep.
Yes, go, go, because
That's
I feel like I talk about this all the time and I don't really get deep into it, so I
Okay,
need
cool.
you to tell
Let's do
them.
it. Let's do it. So, because we just moved into this Saturn in Aquarius, which means we're in the age of Aquarius, this is the first time that the Great Conjunction is going to be happening in an air sign. So, I think we were just in Earth sign, right? Because it's Capricorn.
Mhm.
So, we're in an air sign now. So, this is the first time. That means order is about to shift, things is about to break down, new things is about to open up. It's about to be a popping time. I'm very excited because this is all I wanted. This is what I've been talking
Mhm.
about for a long time. So, you know, that's what my idea of what the great conjunction is, but you could keep on adding to it or tell me what you think too.
Yeah, and then just to piggyback off of that, like the age of Aquarius is also like the humanitarianism like time, right? So it's
Exactly.
like maybe is and what's humanitarianism? It's like not charity, but like people are gonna it's for the people, right?
Exactly.
And who should be the ones to benefit the most? Like if it's for the
Exactly.
people and if we wanted to choose a selective group of people who are supposed to benefit the most,
Exactly. It
like,
does.
so it can all be let's just do it. It doesn't hurt to get into
Right.
manifestation for something.
Yeah.
And then it's like I had are you on Clubhouse? I ask all my guests
Yeah, I
this.
am on
Okay.
Clubhouse.
So you're familiar like with how it goes. So I was in a
Yes.
Clubhouse room, right?
Uh-huh.
And they were talking about this and then we started talking about the planets or whatever, and somebody made a joke like I'm going to manifest to win the lottery. So what I'm going
Mm.
to say is that okay, that's cool, but that's not what this means. So because
But it
right, because that's
could
not
be. But it could be.
it could, but
It
if we
could.
want to be a little realistic, right? um the planet of Saturn is about like structure. So you want to
Mhm.
put something into place that's structured. So like if it's a business, if you want to own property, if you want to
Mhm.
own land, if you want
Exactly.
to start writing a book, if you want something that requires you to be structured, if you want to start a podcast, things like that,
Exactly.
where you have
Exactly.
to have some sort of structure, but you want it to build, if
Yeah.
you want it to expand and all of
Mhm.
that, this is the time to start something like that.
Exactly, exactly. That is perfect way to state it. But I want to also be clear, if you guys are trying to manifest money or things, this is
Mhm.
also a good time for that too because you know, you're
Saving
planting a
money.
seed, saving money, planting the
Mhm.
seed for like a business's money, like all of those things still
Yep.
have money to do it. Like, yes, lottery is funny, but even if you buy a lottery ticket and you do a little brujeria on your lottery ticket, you never know.
Maybe,
You
right.
never know. So, like,
Maybe. There's
it's
so much
possible.
energy. There's so
Yo,
much energy that day.
the energy this week has already been like insane. So, like,
Mhm.
yeah, I know something's popping. I don't know we gonna get superpowers, but I know something's about
Right.
to pop off. Yeah.
It's going to be something. And it could be, and like this is just me being extra. It can be that everyone just it doesn't have to be one thing that
Yeah.
impacts everybody. It can be
Mhm.
one little thing that impacted you that day. Like everybody
Literally.
thinks it has to be this big grandiose, gesture, or we're going
No.
to change the world and all of that. Like no, it could just be
No.
something for you
Very
that
light.
maybe no one else would notice. And that's a
Exactly.
big thing too.
That is. And I think people forget about the smaller things being
Mhm.
huge things for your future also. So like, yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's get back into manifestation, right? Because
Yeah.
now we're ready. We're ready to go. We're gonna manifest on Monday,
I love it.
all day, even
I
in
love it.
Sunday night. And let's just do it. Let's just do it for 48 hours just to be safe, because we don't know what the
We
sky.
always manifesting. We always manifesting. I love it.
So when you manifest, what would you think is the most
Mhm.
important part?
Um, well, I have a workshop on manifesting that I do. And I always tell everybody that manifesting is through the body or
Mhm.
through bodies. So it doesn't always have to just be the like your human body, but it could be the earth body, et cetera, et cetera. But I think the most important part that I always is telling my participants of the class is that it's unpacking your bullshit. That's what I like to call it. I think that's
Mhm.
the most important part to manifesting something, to the best alignment of what you want to see it be. So,
Mhm.
how I teach my manifesting class, and I'm going to give a quick overview, is like it starts with a thought, right? So, your thought starts here, which is your crown chakra. Then it goes here to your third eye. So, you start to see it. And I always call this section the unpack your bullshit because this is usually where we're most blocked, where we like block ourselves from our gifts because we're like, oh, I can't have that thing because of this or that and that and that.
Mm.
So this is the part where you want to work out all the traumas you have, all the blocks you have, all the reasons you tell yourself you can't have something. And this is probably the hardest part too, because we often resist that and we're like, I'm going to get this thing. And sometimes you manifest the thing without unpacking, but
Mhm.
because you didn't unpack, you're not ready or like prepared to deal with that thing that you wanted to manifest, or it's not to the alignment of what you really wanted to create. So like
Mhm.
say you wanted to I don't know, say you wanted to meet Jay-Z or something like that, because you didn't unpack whatever bullshit you have about meeting Jay-Z here, you end up meeting Meek Mill or something
Right.
way different. You know what I mean? So like that was a terrible example, but whatever, you get it. So it's like, you just didn't align yourself fully because you didn't clear out. And when I say unpack your bullshit, I don't mean like you got to do like months and years of shadow work. I think it's more about just observing like the things that we hold against ourselves. So like just paying attention to like when we said we didn't deserve something, when we
Mhm.
say we're not good enough, when we say we don't hold we can't hold space here or something of that nature.
Right.
That's what I say. I say observe it and then embrace it and like try to give it love, because all that is just your inner children telling you something. That's just like,
Mhm.
I like to say it's your inner children turning into monsters, like
Oh,
they're like little
wow.
monsters. And
Yeah.
literally, if you just hug them up, they're going to turn back to kids. So, like, just think of it like that. But yeah, that's the most important part to me of manifesting, clearing
Getting
out.
getting your mind right.
Getting your mind right, exactly. Getting your mind right, like clearing out all that drama and just getting as best as you can of your mind right.
Yes. So how would you go about clearing your mind of like these negative self thoughts or self talk or drama
Hmm.
and all of that? Like how would you go about doing that?
I do meditation. That's like my biggest form of clearing out any pains. And then I also do journaling. So I do a lot of journaling work when I feel that 0 to 100 come in, I'm going straight to my notebook, writing it all out. And then
Mhm.
I also do like a ritual of water. So like I'll write something and then I'll go to like water and I'll give it to the water and just let the water heal it. So those are my ways of doing it. But there's so many ways. You could sage it out. You could like say
Mhm.
like you could pray through it and sage it out. What else do my friends do? You could tap it away. I don't know if you've ever heard of EFT, but
Mhm.
EFT is this meditation form where you tap certain points of your body,
Oh my
and
goodness.
you could like say the thing that you're like, you say the reverse of what you want to create. So,
Okay.
I mean, the reverse of your trauma. So,
Yeah.
like, although I'm feeling a little anxious about this moment because I thought that I didn't deserve it, I know that I love myself fully and I deserve this moment. So, that's one of the things that you could do. Miriam Hasna, I don't know if you've heard of her, but she's
Mhm.
dope and she teaches EFT, and I took her mystery school course on it, and it's so good. And I mean, like, I was doing that like
Mhm.
on my way to like things, and it would clear
Yeah.
out all of the angst,
So let me
literally.
tell you why that's crazy, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I never heard of EFT. I never heard of like tapping it out. So when you said this to me, I was like, "What is that?" But recently, I suffer from like panic attacks or anxiety
I
attacks,
used to too.
right? So what I've been doing lately, and I saw this on TikTok so randomly, but I was like, let me try it. She put her hand like in a butterfly like position over her chest, and she was like, just keep tapping yourself and
Yeah,
telling yourself like you're gonna get through it. You're gonna be fine. Like you're
exactly.
gonna be able to breathe. And that shit works for me. And it
It
literally
did.
calms me down and I get through. Like if I feel like an anxiety attack about to start, I do
Mhm.
that and it literally like it takes it
It
away.
clears
And
it away, right? It's
yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, EFT is the same exact idea. You just tap the emotion because it's moving the emotions out of you pretty much. And so
Wow.
that's one of the ones that I used to do all the time. And I suggest anybody who needs to learn EFT, go ahead and learn it. Miriam has a great course on it on her website. Yeah, so that's some
What's her
of
name
the
again? Let me write her down.
Miriam
Mhm.
Miriam Hasna. I'm probably gonna butcher the spelling, but it's
That's fine. I'll look it up.
Maryam Hasna Hasnaa. So she's brilliant. One of my favorite mystics. And yeah, that's some of the ways that I do it. Yeah.
That is amazing. And I'm glad to have known the name of it now. Like so now I can really look into it cuz it's really helped me a
Yeah.
lot.
I know. When I used to get panic attacks, I used to do it too. And that
Mhm.
definitely cleared so much of it away. So yeah.
That's great. That's great. So, has your manifestation had a role in helping you grow into your purpose?
Oh, absolutely. I think I manifested all of these things that I've been doing in
Mhm.
my life. Even unconsciously, when I first started making music, I didn't think I was going to be a rapper. I was just literally, I was in college when I first started writing poetry because I was obsessed and always have been obsessed with hip hop. I
Mhm.
feel like hip hop truly is the journalism of our time and truly is like the way the world was going to shift into since I knew that since I was a
Mhm.
kid. And
Right.
so I studied it in school. That was actually my major. I studied hip hop and psychology. And
Okay.
then I wrote a play on hip hop and how I thought hip hop was going to turn out and all these things. And and it was all poetry based. Now, when I left school, I thought I was going to go to Broadway, but that was nonsense. I ended up becoming a rapper. So
Yeah.
I literally manifested these things through just feeling and loving these things so much. And I'm still so ingrained into hip hop, but like that showed me that I had like manifesting power. It's my first time consciously seeing the manifesting powers come to play. And
Right.
now and now I do it all the time. Like I manifested moving to LA with my homies, like and my boyfriend. Like we all wanted
Mhm.
to move here and we said we're gonna do it. We looked at the houses. We didn't have the money. We didn't know how we were gonna do it, but we were like, we're gonna do it. And lo and behold, we had a date and we put the date down and that was
Mhm.
it. We just did it and things just started to shape up. And
Right.
um and I always tell this story a few years ago when I left music because I was going through depression. I was going through a really bad depression while I first started music just because I
Mhm.
was dealing with body issues and people were trying to shape me to be something that I wasn't and a lot of things was going on with me. I stopped making music and I was super broke. I quit my job.
Right.
I was like everything. So I used to write in my notebook, which I talk about in my workshops. This step is called Word is Bond, where you write down what you want to create in your life over and
Mhm.
over again. So I used to write down that I wanted an angel investor to come into my life, give me some money to move out of my crib and live my vision full time. And I
Mhm.
used to write that every day for like months. And then this woman came into my life out of nowhere, heard one of my songs, and was like, "How come you're not bigger than you are?" She started mentoring me. And before I knew it, she invested like $10,000 into my career. And
Oh
I
wow.
remember, I remember writing in my notebook how I wanted to live in Bed-Stuy and I wanted to live in a house full of musicians and I wanted Christmas lights all over the crib.
I love
And
Christmas lights.
I love Christmas lights
All year long, all year long.
all year long, all year long. Okay. And so Christmas lights all over the crib. And then my homegirl from elementary school hit me up and was like, yo, we're moving to this house in Bed-Stuy. Do you want to move here with us? And when we moved there, the girls decorated the crib with Christmas lights everywhere, and they all played music. So it was like literally everything I had like
That
said
you wanted,
came
right.
to life. And I just believe that that's a constant. Like I believe we're all manifestors, even if we don't know it.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, and I manifest all the time. It's these days I'm more general with my manifesting.
Right.
I'm more like bigger picture. But if I really wanted to get to the specifics, I'm sure I could do it again.
For sure. And you did it already. Like all you have to do is put the work in.
I know, literally, but sometimes it's hard, The hard,
Mhm.
I think the hardest part is also letting the universe do the work for you, because
Right.
I'm a Capricorn and I want to do everything. So
Mm,
I
yes.
often have to remind myself to like give space and let the universe do things. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's hard to lose the control of it all, and then it's also hard to navigate versus like what's good for you and what
Mhm.
you're scared of receiving because you can
Whew,
push away opportunities and not even realize it, you
that
know?
is a whole word. That is it. That was a whole
So,
statement. Yeah.
girl, it's hard. It's difficult, but try. And it doesn't hurt to try. Like, I think that's what I want to keep telling people. Like, what people are so scared of manifestation and they're just so skeptical and all of this. But
Mhm.
it's like, some people say it works, right? And it's
Yeah.
like sometimes it can be proven
Mhm.
almost, right? What does it hurt to try? What if it works for you? If it doesn't,
Exactly.
okay, you're doing the same shit you was doing before. It's not hurting
Literally.
you in any way. Like,
Literally. I think people are afraid of what they want.
mm,
I think that's just it. People are really scared of the thing that they really want. And that's why they don't want to do this work. And people are scared to do the work.
yeah.
People are scared to do the work.
Mhm.
And they
To
just
face it.
rather, yeah, they just rather the work just happen to them, which could also be a whole drama by itself. You know what I mean? So,
For sure. For
yeah.
sure. Okay, so now we talked about manifestation. Um, you mentioned that you had body issues during your
Mhm.
beginning points of getting into the music industry. So that's actually going to bring us into our next segment, which is hard on your sleeve, right? This is where
Mhm.
we get a little bit deeper, and I just talk to my guests, give stories or whatever have you about real life things that we've been through. And I
Mhm.
wanted to talk about with you what it's like in like the music and beauty industries and how they're only just starting to embrace full figured and curvy women. Like this
Yeah.
is literally brand new and
I
it's
know.
kind of crazy.
It's a trip. It's a whole trip.
How was it starting off? Like what did the music industry do to you to like give you these bodily issues or concerns?
I think like now that I look back at it, I always had body issues since a kid.
Mhm.
I've always been the bigger girl in the class, or like, black girls were always the tallest girl and the thicker girls. And I went to
Right.
like whiter schools when I was a kid. So like I was always just different, I guess, to people. And so I always was bullied at some point, like, you're fat or something like that.
Mhm.
And but I never thought I was fat. I just thought I was
Mm.
what I was. Like that was it. And but then you grow up in Caribbean homes and things like that. I'm Caribbean and Latina. So I grew up in
Mhm.
like a Caribbean home, and I go visit my family and they're like, "Oh, you eating well," and stupid stuff like that, right? And we grow up with
Quick to point out like the thing that you're the most insecure about. It's like,
that.
thank you, Kiki.
So much. It's so rude, first of all. I'm like, you guys
So
are
fucking
rude.
rude.
Y'all are rude.
And it's
But
about to be Christmas, so be prepared for this shit too. Like they don't stop.
listen, I'm staying home for Christmas. They know they're not seeing me. So anyway, always had that since I was a kid, but never really made it a thing until I guess I got to like music and college, and started having relationships. I had a boyfriend who also made music, and he used to always tell me like, you're not gonna pop off until you lose weight, like until
Mm,
some like you're not gonna be, the next big thing until you lose weight. And I always was like, that's crazy. But it also like took a toll on me.
right.
And I had a PR person, give me pills at one point and like,
Oh boy.
tell me like, you need to get on this diet and this. And it became a part of my psyche. I remember like I was taking pills and not really thinking like, oh, this is harmful. This is the
Mhm.
form of depression. This is, all of these things. And I'm still in therapy for some of that. You know what I mean? And I realized that at some point I actually had an eating disorder. Not like I wasn't bulimic
Right.
or anything, but I was choosing diets over and over to try to
Constantly.
fit, yeah, try to fit into some body form. And I just remember at some point I just didn't want to do that anymore. I was like, this isn't for me. Um yeah, the industry is very interesting because people always are like, that doesn't matter, that doesn't matter, and then they don't want to sign you because you look a
Right.
certain way. They don't want to like, it's like a very challenging world to be in, and if you're not around the right people at the first moments, you could really put harm on yourself.
Mhm.
So I had to really reset my psyche and like see myself, in a different way, And I always tell that story to like my audience and stuff, like how challenging it's been for me as an artist to I mean, I love myself, but like love
Mhm.
every part of myself.
Right.
At first it was so hard for me to do it, but now I'm like, whatever, man. Like this is where my body is right now. And I be telling people like it's so interesting how the body works, Like I feel like the more I try to change myself and think about it, the harder it is,
Mhm.
on my
Yep.
body, the harder it is for me to even lose weight or do
Right.
things. It's when I'm chilling, when I just do what I love, when I'm just happy that I'm
Mhm.
in my best shape.
Yeah.
And so I live off that now. And it's been a journey. It's been a journey. I still have my days, I still have my days like, girl, like what's going on? Why these jeans don't fit today? Like, I still have my days, but at the end of the day, I know loving myself is the more important thing than anything else, and
Right.
that's just it.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to be a size, right? Because I
Right.
think that's another thing too, where like people get it like misconstrued. Like, yes, I
Hmm.
love myself and I've grown into this and it was a struggle, but there's also nothing wrong with me wanting to stay within like a certain weight,
Yeah,
within a
because
certain like size and all of
absolutely.
that.
Yeah, I
That
think
doesn't
people
mean that
get mad at that too. Like, I think it's very interesting what's happening right now because there's like, the fat
girl.
phobic side, and then there's the side that's like pro fat, but like if you try to be skinny, bitch, fuck you. Like, there's
And we're gonna get into that for my Are You Dead Ass because let me tell you how much that annoys me. But um I just feel like it's so there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a certain size, right? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But then also that size doesn't have to be what is quote unquote beautiful. Like
exactly.
you can be healthy and there's this disparity between health and size. Like
Right.
you can be healthy, you can be at your most healthiest and you can be at your most happiest cuz sometimes
Exactly.
having abs doesn't help your mental health. Like
Absolutely not.
I'm just gonna say that. Sometimes having abs doesn't actually make you happy. Okay? So there's a difference between like you can balance being healthy and being happy in life. And if that means that I want pizza tomorrow, I can eat pizza tomorrow.
Eat
Okay?
your fucking pizza, period. That's what I be like. That's what I'm finally on. And it took me years to get here where I'm like, you know what? If I want this thing, I'm going to have it. It's not going to ruin me. It's not going to like, and when I know my body will tell me when I'm ODing. That's the thing that I need people to
Yes.
understand. The body will tell you when you're walling out. So, like,
Mhm.
if I want to have my pizza, but if I'm having pizza every single day, okay, yes, my body at some point is gonna be like, shorty, especially the woman's body. The woman's body tells you everything. So
And if you need help, get you some waist beads, okay? Because those waist
Let's
beads,
they'll let you know. They'll let you
they
know.
hold your ass accountable, okay? As soon as you feel like you can't even sit down or some shit with these weights, like you got to start like moving them up a little bit.
You're like, "Oh,
That's when you
no."
know.
You
That's
know
when
what
you
time it is.
know.
You know what time it is.
And it's
But,
okay
like,
to hold yourself accountable.
yeah, it's totally okay. And I feel like we need to move in a direction of letting people choose what is love for them instead
Mhm.
of people projecting an idea of love for them. You know what I mean? Like, I love when people tell me, like, "Girl, you look good. Like, don't even wear that or don't do that to yourself." And I'm like,
Mhm.
"I know, boo, but like, if I want to lose weight because it makes me feel comfortable in my and like,
Mhm.
it's not like I'm trying to be a size 2 in this bitch. I'm just trying to fit in my fucking jeans."
The ones that are
Okay.
in my closet that I
Like,
wore like
that's
6
like,
months ago.
okay, that's all I'm trying to do. Like, that's it. This is you guys don't have the bread for me to be trying to buy jeans every week. So like, okay. But like, if I want to feel comfortable in what I have, then let me do that. Don't, there's got to be love on both sides, I think. And
Mhm.
you know, I know some freaking gorgeous women who are like oversized 190, 200 pounds, three, like
Mhm.
gorgeous, comfortable, healthy. And I'm like,
Mhm.
live your life. That's how you live your life. And I love it. You know what I mean? But me, I know personally, if I did that, I wouldn't be able to move. I'll be at the crib chilling. You know what I mean? And and I wouldn't be able to perform the way I want to
Right.
perform and do the things that I want to do like that. So like, it's all about you and it's all about how you love yourself. And
Mhm.
I'm just here for people just loving themselves how they want to love themselves. And that's it. And that's
Whatever
it.
makes you happy, as long as it's not hurting anybody, as long as it's not hurting
Exactly.
yourself, whatever
Mhm.
there has to be that balance, you know?
Absolutely.
When it comes to eating, everything in moderation. Like,
All day. I wish I knew that thing
oh,
though, because
same. This is a current, this is a daily struggle. And like I say this all the time. I know what I need to do. I have the knowledge. The practice is another thing. Like that's
same, same, all day. The practice is the problem, but
mhm.
we gonna get there. We gonna work it out when it's time.
Yes, and even if you are doing it and then you fall off and then you're doing it and then you fall off, just keep
Yeah,
on going. We're
yeah,
human. That's all that we can do. And it's like
yeah.
you don't have to be perfect. If
Yes,
whatever you do today, a little bit of it is more than you did last week. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes.
celebrate the little things to get back on
Yes,
track.
exactly. And be patient and gentle with yourself. That is so
Mhm.
important. So often we want these rapid changes. And that's something that I did too when I was like really going through this time. I was like doing rapid weight loss things, rapid diets, and yo yoing like crazy. And my body shut down on me at one point
Mhm.
because of it. Like my body was like doing wild stuff that I was like, whoa, what's going on? So like I always say, like, be patient with your body, be patient with yourself, be patient with like transforming takes time. And
Mhm.
like and whatever size you want to be, transforming takes time. And whatever mind state you want to be, that takes time. So
That's
like,
a fact.
just love yourself and be patient with yourself. That's the most crucial important part.
Yes, for sure. Latasha's over here dropping gems. I love to hear it. So we're gonna get into our last segment, and it's my favorite
Oh,
segment.
okay, let's get it.
And it's Are You Dead Ass?
Oh,
And I
yes,
wanted
let's go.
and I wanted to ask you if there's anything that you wanted to get off your chest today.
Oh, damn, there's so much going on in the world. It's like, first of all, yeah, I got something to say. Let me clean this screen real quick because this got to be really clean. Um, I gotta talk to the government real quick. Are you dead ass about to give us $600 for a stimulus check? Oh my god, I was cracking up about
$600. We've been in bullshit. It's gonna be a year. $600 doesn't even pay my rent. Like,
Come on now. Come on now. I was so upset when I saw that. I was like, are you dead ass about to give us $600?
and be like we should be happy, jumping for joy.
They dead ass wrote that. They wrote like you can do a lot with $600. I was like, wow, like
I saw this meme the other day, right? And
uh-huh.
it was like Americans just got $1,200 once in the beginning of the pandemic or whatever, and France is out here throwing tubs through windows because their president blinked wrong. And then it was like, I was like, yo, America must be pussy. Like,
We must be pussy. We must be.
the
We must
way
be
that
pussy.
they do us.
Dead ass. Dead ass we must be. Because like I thought it was about to get real earlier this year. I was ready. Like, yo, they rioting, we going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We must be pussy. Like, this shit is really disrespectful. I was so upset when I saw that article. And then the advisors were like, just do the best you can with the $600
What the
and make
fuck?
it work. And then they were like, tap into your retirement savings and then emergency savings. I was like, do you know like more than half of millennials have no savings at all? Like,
So let me tell you, I just had to do that. So I left my job in August because of the pandemic. Like, my son has autism, so I didn't want him going into the
of
school. Like, I
course.
just whatever. So I
Yeah.
kept him home, but I didn't have anybody to teach him. So I had
Right.
to leave my job. That was like a conscious decision I
Oh,
made.
my love.
Luckily, I know, but it's for him, so I'm okay.
I
And I've
know.
been okay. So, I just keep on saying we're gonna be good. Like, bring that
Exactly. That manifests that.
positive shit. Yes. Um, Luckily, I started working when I was 19 full time.
Mm.
So I had like 15 years retirement, like,
Oh my
pension.
gosh.
And
Look
I,
at
I
God.
I literally like retired for the year. Like, I mean, I still got to build my shit up for actually when I
Yeah.
get older,
Yeah, of
but
course.
like, I'm using it and I'm able to pay my rent and I'm
That's
able to focus on my podcast
amazing.
and I'm able to focus on my merch and like all of
Right.
this shit because whatever. So yeah, fuck you, government. I did that, but I still need more fucking money. Like,
Like,
okay,
stop
my rent is
playing.
paid.
Like,
Like,
stop playing. So, like, I needed to get dead ass on the government because the government is fucking wilding right now. Like, I'm
mhm.
looking at this and I'm like, I literally saw the article and I just laughed. Like, I couldn't even be like pissed. I
Right. It's
just
just
was like,
oh, okay. That's how you feel.
that's
Wow.
it. I'm looking at other countries get $2,000 a month. A month. We got one stimulus check this whole year, dog. Okay? Like, you gotta be kidding me.
And
That's
it's like
all.
even basic shit, like unemployment, like people still aren't getting unemployment. And that's like the bare minimum basic shit. Like, this is what you offered us from the beginning. Like, this wasn't supposed to go nowhere.
I'm like, and you're mad. And you're mad that people are like frauding and doing all types of shit. I'm like, niggas can't eat. People can't eat.
Right.
People can't
It's
eat.
crazy.
I'm
It's crazy.
sorry. I'm sorry, but y'all dead ass. So that's my dead ass. Are you dead ass? Like,
Are you dead ass?
are you dead
Make it
ass
make
right
sense.
now?
Make it
Make it make sense, please.
Oh boy.
Yes. I can't even think of another make it make sense right now. I mean, other than the men moaning room in Clubhouse being the most hilarious thing I've seen in a long time.
Oh my God. So I went into one of those rooms literally like my first night on Clubhouse. And this was
Did
like
you?
30 weeks ago. Yes. And it was like, so there was the main moan room. It might have been the first moan room, right? It was the main
Okay.
moan room. And then
Mm-hmm.
somebody made a side room and was
Mm-hmm.
offering guys 425
Are you
to
kidding me?
moan. Wait. To moan, right? So then when they played the whole game, they had like 10 guys participate, right? And then at the end, they were like, all right, send your cash app for the $4.25.
It's amazing.
I
Brilliant.
laughed so hard. Oh my God. And there were some men in there. Some of them took it the joke and whatever, but some of them really got mad.
Of course. Of course. Of course, of course. Me and my boyfriend been planning to like attack one of those rooms, and I would act like I'm the one who's gonna moan, and then he's gonna really be the one moaning. We've been planning it out.
So fucking funny. All right,
It's
so
just
we're gonna get
hilarious.
into my dead ass,
Mhm.
and we're gonna talk about how these weird motherfuckers are really mad at Lizzo because she went on a diet. I
Wait, what? I didn't even know about this.
What? Okay, let me put you on. So, like the beginning of the week, or what's today, Friday? At the beginning of the week, Lizzo posted something I think on Instagram. Now, I'm only hearing the end of it, but she posted something on Instagram, maybe a video or something like that, where she's promoting like a green smoothie cleanse,
Okay.
right? And
Mhm.
she's like the face of plus size women in the
Yeah.
music industry and all of that
Right.
shit. Okay,
Right.
cool. People were really coming at her, calling her fat phobic because she's subscribing to diet culture.
Are you kidding me? Are you
Girl,
kidding me?
what is
Um,
wrong with people? As
I'm upset. I'm
you
upset.
should be.
People
Like,
let people be who they are. Like that's a like
the problem is, and here's the problem. Lizzo made a lot of her career off the back of being big, right?
that's
So
true.
people, and not to say that she shouldn't, because she is who she is, right?
Right.
But the problem is that people were using that as her like marketing point. Like,
Right.
fuck that she can
Right.
sing, fuck that she's a fucking full on, entertainer.
Performer,
Like she's
yeah.
amazing, like, right? Fuck all
Brilliant.
of that. No, it's because she's a fat performer. You
And
understand? Like the
that's the
fat
real
is always
problem.
before, and that's the real problem.
That's
So
the
now
real
people
issue.
are like, oh, you're turning your back on what makes you you. No, that's not the
No.
only thing that makes her her.
God forbid, God forbid, like Lizzo's doing it because of health issues or something like that. Then what? What are you
Who
gonna say
who
then?
was the one recently? Was it Chrisette? Not Chrisette Michelle. Was it Chrisette Michelle that she
Jasmine?
lost
No.
a lot? Jasmine, was it Jasmine Sullivan
As
that she lost
as
a lot of weight?
I don't know. Or
Oh, it was the
Adele?
R&B singer. No, 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 it wasn't Adele. It was a black R&B singer. I feel like it was Chrisette.
I
Well,
can't
whatever.
remember.
So she lost a lot of weight. No, it
And
wasn't
people are
Chrisette Michelle.
mad.
She's the one with
Kelly
Trump.
Price?
No, no. God, oh, this is gonna kill me.
Gotta find
I'm trying
out.
to like look at my phone. But anyway, so this R&B singer lost a lot of weight. But even that, as I'm looking this up, the whole Chadwick Boseman thing. Do you remember when he got skinny and people
Yeah.
were coming at him the whole time? He had cancer, and
Come on now. Come on now. Like, God forbid. That's why she's getting like, like she's doing what she has to do to get like skinnier. It's because like she just feels like she has to be a different kind of health. Like, God forbid something's going on with her and people are
oh,
getting
so it
mad.
was Jasmine Sullivan. So
It was
Jasmine
Jasmine, right?
Sullivan went vegan and she lost 50 pounds. But she went vegan because her mother has cancer and wanted to adopt a vegan diet. So it's like, so now she's fat phobic because of some like you don't know what people are going through. Like what is wrong with like this is literally a mental illness. The fact that people are upset about that,
Is
it's like it
it's
has to
like
be a
it's
mental illness.
it's just people go too left. You know what I mean? Like there's the left and the right, right? And people don't think about like anything else. They don't think about the gray area at all and what people are actually going through. And
Mhm.
oftentimes celebrities become these icons of these movements and we forget that they're human and that they
Mhm.
have other things going on besides your movement.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm praying for Lizzo because I know that's probably hurting her too because I know that the work she did at culture is
Mhm.
huge and changed
Right.
the face of artists. I know
Mhm.
it shaped it changed me. I was
Yeah.
like amazed by her. You know what I mean? I'm still amazed by her. And so to see people being upset is just so disappointing at like
It's
the culture
disgusting.
in general. It's just terrible. It's terrible. The girl's trying to get in her health And she been talking about her health back. She been saying like, I want to just lose some weight. So, and she's like, I don't want to do it to be like the size they want me to be. I just want to
Right.
be the size
I
I
just
want to
want to
be.
maybe I just want to feel a little bit better. Maybe I just want to wear like that shirt like we were saying before. It's not that serious and people really take it into like craziness as if fat people who are body positive who love themselves can't want to lose a little bit of weight. Like that's such a double standard if I've ever seen one. Like it's if you lose
And
weight, you're
literally that.
bad. If you don't lose weight, you're bad. Like which
Bad.
one is it?
That's why I say fuck everybody, do what you want.
Right.
That's where I'm at.
Oh.
Like, I'm like, do what you want. It's your body, it's your life. That's, once upon a time, I will say, I used to be upset with Nikki and like how she did her booty job and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Just because I was very anti Barbies and I felt like I studied a lot of things on like, race back in like slavery and how that
Mhm.
dealt with, the body and all that stuff. And so I was mad, but like now that I'm getting older and like seeing like how women are just policed
Mhm.
constantly, our bodies are policed constantly. I'm
Right.
like, do what you want. It's your
Mhm.
life, it's your body. Do what you want.
You
Like
have
that.
enough people telling you how you're supposed to look.
Come on now. Come on now. Like, like Lizzo, live how you want, mama. Like, don't let these people like try to rule you. Toxic fans are a real issue. Okay.
Talk about it.
Toxic fans are a real issue. And I've witnessed it myself where I didn't do something a fan wanted me to do, and they've been very upset with me and blocked me and all kinds of crazy stuff. And it's like you don't live for these people. You create, you're an artist. That's
Right.
what you do, but you're not living for them. And that's just the
Mhm.
bottom line. Oh man, I'm so sad about that. That's so disappointing.
It's so disgusting, and I couldn't believe it, and the first day it came out, I purposefully that's why, like, I only know the tail end of it, because I saw, "Is Lizzo fat phobic?" And I was like, "This is about to be some bullshit. I am not going in there because I really need a day to just be like, these people are about to get me tight,
Are
and I
you
need to
kidding
just."
me?
Yeah, it was this whole big thing. So I went in the next day and I got the story and I was just like, this is disgusting. And people really need to just get their lives all the way together
So
because
like so now I'm like really wanting to dig into this hole because I'm like, so people can't just want to get healthy anymore or that's not healthy. So I got to be careful with my words because health
right,
is described in a lot of different ways. And I totally
right.
understand that. And I don't want to disrespect anyone
But in a
on that.
way, I know what you meant because it's like we don't know what her intentions were. So we're not going to speak on
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
But like let's say she wanted to feel healthier for her. That's what
Yeah.
she feels would make her herself
Healthy.
feel
Yes.
healthier, right? So
Yeah.
it's not necessarily that there's a standard. We
Yeah.
don't know what she was doing it for. She was literally doing a green smoothie cleanse. That's something you do for like a couple of days.
Liver. You
Yeah,
do that.
yeah,
You could do that for your liver. Like you don't have to be
yeah.
losing
Maybe she's
weight.
constipated. Like we don't fucking
Yeah.
know.
Like we
Like
have no clue.
it's just it's so ridiculous, and the fact that it's other plus size people who are actually coming down on her because it's like, oh, she hates herself and that's why she's doing it. No, like stop. Why are you perpetuating more hate to your own quote unquote kind, as you call them? Like why? What sense does that
Their
make?
own, I think it's just their own trauma. You know what I mean? And
Projecting.
yeah, they're just, and I hold compassion because I just feel like they're just projecting what society has done to them onto someone else. You
Mm,
know what I mean? It's very weird and backwards, but that's probably it.
yeah.
It's just like they feel like society doesn't accept them in some capacity. I felt that. So I know that
Mhm.
game, like I felt like society didn't accept me from my body at times. And because of that, I maybe would have attacked the Nicki Minaj because of that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
Because
sure.
I don't got a big old booty.
Yeah.
Like I would feel like fuck that. Fuck your big old
Mhm.
booty. You know what I mean? Like like that's just what it is. So like it's unfortunate that that's where we are in the society, but hopefully things will change. And I think the more we have these conversations, the
Mhm.
more that will shift, you
I
know?
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
So that was my dead ass,
I
and
love your
as you
dead
can
ass.
tell,
Are you dead ass? Leave
are you
Lizzo
dead ass?
alone.
Seriously,
I love
seriously.
Lizzo. I love Lizzo so much. That's
All right,
crazy.
Latasha. So tell my listeners where they can find you, any new projects that you're working on, anything that you have coming out up in the works, or anything like that.
Yes, guys. You could follow me at call me Latasha, Latasha. I do have new works coming out next year, 2021. Here we go. A lot of new music. I just released an EP with Issa Rae's label. Well, I'm on the EP. I didn't release it myself, but I'm on an EP with Issa Rae's label. The EP called The Bankroll, and it's about financial glow ups and manifesting that
Yes.
money. So go and check it out. It's a really great project. And I just have so much coming up. Just follow me and, hit me up about the journey, and that's how we go.
Yes, all of her information will be linked down below. You
Yes.
please remember to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. Five
Do that.
stars only, please, so I can get where I need to get.
Mhm.
You can follow me on Instagram _SteffiKiss, StephyKiss, and Do I Look Fat Pod, exactly how it sounds. Everything as well will be linked down below as usual. Don't forget to tune in to next week, Kiss and Tell Tuesday, and Fine and Thick Friday for new content each and every week. Thank you for tuning into another episode of the Do I Look Fat podcast. Bye.
Bye,
Mwah.
guys.